I need a waffle and put sprinkles on the waffle. I need whipped cream on the waffle.
Well, you know, the GCSEs, they've been hard so far, but, you know, what you need in your GCSEs is you need a bit of motivation. So here, I've got Carl the Dragon. He's gonna give a bit of...
Select your hero.
They got Carl the Dragon. What's going on here? Why is Carl the Dragon hanging around with them now? What's he gonna do? To be fair, imagine if he was your invigilator, right? Like dressed like this. You'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be like, he's the coolest guy ever. That's one thing in exam season. I always used to wonder, like, I'd look at the invigilators and I just wanted to, like, guess their story. Like, what led them to this point? Because they were always just so different. Like, they'd be like the old guy who runs the show. You know what I mean? Like, the guy who's like, he's doing all the speaking. He thinks he's like Dumbledore. Like, his voice just transcends to the back of the room somehow and then reverberates back to his lips. And you'd often have like an old, like a couple of older women. There'd be like a young one. You're like, why is there a young person here? Like, what led you to this point? If there is any like young exam invigilators, like, I want to know your story. Like, what? How did you get to that point? Like, it's just interesting.
Round one.
Wait, are these different?
This will determine everything.
I'm using my embarrassing a lot today. I'm disappointed about
Some students have even got like
first half.
Teacher, how are the students going to succeed? Back 3 bloody halves. What's next? Little bit 2 knobs. But I don't know. That come in.
I think I see the enemy.
What's going on here? Exam TikTok.
You're powered up. Get in there.
What are we doing here? What are we doing? Why are we doing like the exam?
Enemy in sight.
It's like, how have you not come prepared? What are you doing? And then doing it. Now it's like, oh my god, they're gonna be like millionaires. Like, how other than just remember is wild. To be fair, like,
This
The
is
dragon consume you!
like just
Thank you.
Nothing would go in. I don't know why. Why are these all filmed in a toilet, man? We kind of went the total opposite end rather than just being in the middle. People are defeated even before they go in. They're already counting a loss on the record. Okay, moving on from that style of school TikTok, let's see some other ones to do with GCSE season. The thing is, he's laughing about it, but he's gonna go home and cry. He'll be like,
so many
oh,
different
come on.
languages. I have decided to learn them all.
Bullshit piled up so fast in Vietnam, you needed wings to stay above it.
Like, why do they even keep
Just
you
one
in
more
school
mission.
during this period? Like 2 weeks before, like every lesson the teacher's just kind of like, you know, on their phone or on the computer doing something. The whole class is just messing around fighting like this. You never do any work. It's actually harder to do work in school than it would be at home because you're distracted. I remember I used to just colour in maths. Like literally, I would colour elves in. That's why I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, that probably works actually.
My ultimate is charging.
I'll keep you up.
Let's say everybody's voting on like back page.
You're fine.
Like this is a really nice post on TikTok to make people feel balanced and struggling with that bit. But you just know that they've really like this and they're like this out onto the
I
internet
still
to
have
make
some
yourself
fight
feel
in
better
me.
about failing. That's so true though. You know, like obviously you want to do the best you can in your GCSEs. You want to, you know, really prepare for them so you can, you know, just set yourself up to have as many opportunities later after leaving school as possible. But I will say for a lot of people, it definitely doesn't have the impact they think it has. You know, it's easy to say coming from me being a YouTuber. None of them like none of them have to, you know, have good whatever. I'm not saying you're not important, by the way. I'm just saying if you don't get the results that you hope, your life's not over. That's what I'm just trying to reassure you. I know chance this it's over. Me, he's got to be an invigilator or something. Not a chance he's 15 or 16. I could take enemy Ethiopia like that. It wouldn't be as good as that. No wonder he found it easy. The bloke's probably took it about 20 times. He's like Edward Shakespeare himself on about this tape for 1 week. No problem of mice and men. What he found it easy from his own mind. What?
I'm here. Keep fighting. You're powered up. Get in there.
Pass into the iris.
Take your maths GCSE. Yeah. I'm 19. I'm gonna be 20 this year. I feel like he's telling me you doing a GCSE. I'm like at least from
Tactical visor activated.
I still have not got my maths GCSE and I'm 19. Like, bro, I've actually come to a point where I'm actually content with not getting that because I'm not going through this stress.
You know, that is one thing that I am really grateful about that.
I see.
My first year of college, I swear to God, I was in the class with all the foreigners, right? And then they
Keep fighting.
and I said to them, why the fuck my hair? I was born and bred in it. Well, I was born and bred in on the floor.
not the
Wait,
end.
say that again? I think you got that wrong.
Quarter of an hour. I know from the top of my head it's 25 minutes.
I think
Tactical
I know why it's
visor
been
activated.
4 times. Yeah, quarter of an hour is 25 minutes. Yeah, write that down as your answer, right?
Well
You'll have
done.
better luck next time, fella. I was with him until this. I was like, oh, maybe he's been hard done by. Like, maybe the last 4 years was really hard questions. Nah, failing at the first hurdle, man. Maybe the Wednesday question was actually, you know, a good question for him.
This is what you lot are making me dead. Keep calling me saying, you're gonna fail the assessment, you're gonna fail the exam.
Time for the reckoning!
On then are the squeaking of staff's shoes, and for those of you who are not already aware, if a member of staff does stand right next to you, it is because we are playing Minesweeper. We are stood there because you're either very smelly today or you've got the wrong answer.
Yeah, Darth takes the out of exam invigilators on TikTok. That's nice. I wonder if he recorded this and was like, oh, I cooked today, like, oh, I smashed that out the park. First take. Also, if an exam invigilator wore shorts, I don't know why, but that would put us off. Like, I feel like I deserve extra time for that. Just because I'm like, oh, like, this is like, what are you trying to do? Can you just like put some pants? Like, why you wearing short? What are you doing? I don't know why that would just put us off. It just kind of it's like an extra hurdle that I didn't need prior to going into the exam. It was just throw us off, if anything.
Reading a linked GCSE or A-level
have a
paper
need
can get you an
for
instant fail,
swiftness.
even if it was fake. Here's what to do if someone sends you a link. Do not open or share it, even if it's from a friend. Tell the teacher as soon as you get it, and don't wait until after the exam. It's probably a fake, but if it was real, you wouldn't know until after you sat the paper, and then it's too late. You had your unfair advantage, and that will get you disqualified.
Yeah, nobody's doing that, Chief. Nobody. If somebody gets a valid leaked paper, nobody is going to be like, actually, I think I should send this. No one's going to do that. They're trying to get people to snitch, yeah. It's not going to happen. It's going to get sent around all the mail. Be like 99% accurate. I wonder if the example that would, because this is on Channel 4 News. So clearly, like, they've been told before, because that reaction and papers are getting so they're really trying to kind of scare about it. How do they even get these? How do they like how do you
Enemy in sight.
I'm not sure how they get leaked. Unless someone just hacks it. Somebody just do it themselves, sacrifice
You've got blood on your hands. Not everyone can play. Everyone was in the right mindset. Everyone was revising. Everyone was working hard. They were like in the right mood. The holiday before, I'm not doing anything.
I keep you up.
I mean, my friends, they're more fit. They're doing A-level exam. They're waking up at 2 p.m. Why are you waking up? What?
I know in my office, I just took another holiday. I'm like, get up, not going to do anything. It's a week off, I deserve it. It is a really weird time to have it for everyone. Like, why can't they just have that with the get off at the end?
Watches
I think
over
a lot
you.
of people would trade it for that.
Someone just offered my advice on everything that goes. Just remember, just keep remembering everything that's ever. Remember what happened last month. Now just keep
You're powered up. Get in there.
Last year, before you know it.
I got you.
Why have people not adopted this kind of process for studying for their GCSE history exam? Just remember, it makes sense. Put it like that, it is so easy. This is nothing compared to this. Brother, your default, man, like not a single chance that you're 15 or 16. Come on, the game's alright. We've had a laugh, but it's time to be, honest with each other here.
My phone internet. BCS's last year.
First, right, why have you thought this? Not like it's like murdering someone and just
Thank
killing
you.
them. You know, the folks who's doing it. It wasn't for your ego. There's always factors up with murderers. It's their ego that have to send everyone that they got away with it. They were like, oh, I'm told on the day. I don't really feel like they have the authority to take this. GCSE, you're all looking dirty with two get away with it. I really don't know what happened.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Like, this is fair. It's got 300,000 likes. And if there's one thing that hasn't we all know that victory. That's the thing you should be studying. Anyway, donuts, if you want to watch another TikTok's Only British School Kids Will Understand video from me, click here. We've got loads of these right now. Like, it's becoming like a series on the channel. It's actually our most popular series. So go on a binge watch of them. There's loads. It'll be nice. Go on. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to react to Americans not getting the UK. We're going to react to loads of videos Americans have made about how the UK is such a terrible place, and we're going to put out
Malt loaf. I literally have no idea what this is, but
I don't either, to be fair. I normally avoid that.
Is it a cake? Is it a cookie? No one really knows. But yeah, orange and chocolate isn't really much of a thing in the US. Tinnies galore of any sort of alcohol you could ever want. Yeah, we have White Claws, but sadly, not tinnies to this extent. Scotch.
I love that he calls them titties. That's so cute. The reason I think the UK has so much alcohol is because when you get over 18, there's not many things that you can do apart from drink alcohol here in America. It seems like there's loads more that you guys have for entertainment. Here, everything revolves around drinking. You go out with your mates through the day, you're gonna go day drinking. You go on a night time, she'll get some drinks in. Everything revolves around drinking, and if it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't hit the same, unfortunately. I don't even know what there is to do in Newcastle that doesn't involve drinking. You could do an escape room, but if you drink, it just makes it funner. You go for crazy golf, have a drink, makes it funner. Again, this is not me trying to promote. I realise I'm kind of motivated to drink here. I'm just saying this is from my perspective. It just makes everything that's a bit less
My British friend convinced me that England had designated tea time every Tuesday at 2 p.m. A siren
Objective
elimination,
unlocked.
and whatever you were doing, you took 10 minutes off for tea. I'll be at the
I see it. The alarm clock. It's 2 p.m. every day, no matter what you're doing. That alarm goes off. You've got to stick the kettle on. Otherwise, you get shot. Obviously, not because you don't really run here. They use bow and arrows, so they literally just bang in and out. So unless you get that kettle bag in that cup, I'm taking it easy, like, so make sure when you go over here, guys, 2 p.m. You've got a couple of beers and a kettle. Told you.
I'm like, you guys have a siren that goes off every that's a little crazy. They're like, yeah, we just talk about those. I just don't talk about it. I'm like, we should talk about it because it's really weird, right? Like, I told every American, they have a siren that goes off for tea. And then one British person gave up the gig. They were laughing. They thought it was hilarious. I was like, you know what else?
I still have some fight
tea in the harbor.
Love, you've had a tremendous error here. I was going to keep the joke going, but I can't believe you actually felt told multiple people that British people are too That is so good. What? I don't believe it. Amazing. The small proportion of America seems to be a lot more gullible than people in the UK. Like when I watched that mobs of truth so they could expose the truth on the world. Like, if a man fighting that in the UK, they'd be like, I'm not joining you. What, you think I'm gonna get... Think I'm gonna let all my mates know that I'm gonna go moms and be taking the piss. Whereas in America, I'm like, oh yeah man, I'll do that man. I'm gonna spread some truth. It's so wild because we both believe the same stuff, but it's so
You're powered up. Get in there.
You okay? You're right. So, why are you
They'd be like, yeah, and then we just do whatever we're doing. Like, oh, you're right, mate. Like, oh, you're right, mate. Sometimes they even repeat it. Like, that's the normal thing. You're right, mate. Oh, you're right, mate. And then you just go on with your day, right? That's how you respond to that. If someone goes, you're right, mate. You go, you know what, no, you're asking him now. Honestly, the wife's left it. Kids here, so
أنا ما حدش يقدر علي.
don't respond for that. We don't want to hear it. One thing that can throw you off is if you say, like, oh, you're right, and they go, yeah, actually, are you? You're like, what? But yes, that's what you're like. You're asking if I'm okay. I don't want to answer my okay. Like, you start questioning yourself. When someone actually responds to it, that's where it makes it awful.
It took me forever to learn that the automatic response is, yeah, you. I'd be like, yeah, you.
One thing that pisses off enough British people, I don't even think British people I'd say, it's just like with family members, say, oh, you're tired. Like, am I? I feel like all the British family members comment how tired you look. They'd be like, well, I actually feel really good this morning now. I'd be like, oh, you're not tired. Actually, I slept really well, actually. Thanks for that.
At 11 a.m. Everybody has drinking. Some people are mom and dad brush your time at 11 in the morning. It's normal.
Hey guys, 5 p.m. Okay, we're just drinking for everyone else. This is what you do, because what I was doing 9 p.m. for breakfast, and there was people getting on it every single day. There was people like
You're powered up. Get in there.
And having a pipe. Drink, people take it here.
Thank you.
Liquor. What? It's pie mash and liquor. I thought liquor was alcohol. What do you expect though? It literally says pie and mash. What else do you want? Pie and some mash. If anything, the little sauce on top's just an added bonus.
First thing, right off the bat, it is so visibly displeasing. I almost couldn't. And like digging into these pies is disgusting. Now full disclosure, it did taste a little bit better than the other day. I had salt to that disgusting. But yeah, I didn't eat anything else all day, and still I would only get these
Mustn't have been that bad. Also, why are you putting vinegar on top of the pie? Now, sure, I told you that is had your house poured out. Life protects life. Like, you get that pie, watch pie, it's not that great. Oh, it's like my mom's like, oh. Keep fighting. Please go. Fight for it.
Touch now.
I'm gobsmacked.
Bob, do something!
Angry. Oh, God. Burn his penis in some shepherd's pie right now. I will give it to America. Like, really don't suck that. Like, when we're angry, like, gobsmacked is so unaggressive. But that's aggressive. He is gobsmacked.
You're powered up. Get in there.
No, that's actually they're actually like pretty decent sized houses for the UK. I don't know what area this is, but if I was walking through here, I wouldn't feel that bad. I feel like where I grew up was a lot rougher than these houses. These houses, like, look at that one. This bit's got a bit sticking out of it, man. This is luxury in the UK. We've got a little bit of greenery here. To be fair, like, from an American's point of view, whenever there's a move on the UK, it's always filmed in, like, a really posh area in London. It's always, like, romanticised. You never really get to see houses like this. Americans see houses like this in the UK. They're probably like, ugh, what? Not just double houses that are detached on big white buildings? This is awful. How do people like to see some projects? Like, we went to a place called South, right? There's, you'll be a changed person once you leave that place. American private rights for the third time. Oh, yes!
Keep fighting.
Okay, so before...
Sorry, where is this? American private Greg. I still have a window smashed in. This looks like it's in some sort of dystopian lab. Look at all the flags here. Okay, here we go. These
Enemies on the point.
Well, that's a good check. Passed the first test. Alright.
That's one thing I noticed in all the food that
Okay. What about the taste of it, fella? You like it? You've done about 4 pints there.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Right, we've got a cultured American here. He knows that this isn't probably the best version of the drugs that happen because it's a little bit cold. You need to get just right. Alright, if you're in the queue and you see that, you know, there's a little bit of an empty kind of tray there, just give it a couple of minutes, right? Just go outside, right? Just have a bit of a vape, or just chill, go on your phone for a little bit. Once you see that new batch of pastries, trust me, it will be worth every single minute you spend outside. When it's piping hot, when you take your first bite, oh, taste it right now! So this is that example of like everything inside of this pie looks disgusting, but just because it's in like a pastry and looks nice, it makes it look. UK food doesn't look good, but it tastes good. Okay.
Anyone want to join me? Shotgun.
Great. And,
Objective capture. Got you.
this rival.
Objective.
Gets it! Okay. I'll take that as a W for the UK. He said it was better than his hometown food. I'll take it. It's very much welcome. You're welcome anytime. You want to come round to my quickly? Right, right. Yes, right. That's not what you
Whoever named stuff was a bit, like they answered chipping. That's what you call it. Fries. Yeah,
why is that a child name that Curtis got? So it's just perfect, because no matter what you get, you get chips with it, right? You get a fish, chips, battered sausage. Oh, you know what? I'll have some chips with that. I'll have some chips with that. Chips by themselves. Guess what? I'll have more chips with that.
have a sandwich that's toasted. Guess what it's called? A toasted. Yeah, mate, so don't have a little bit of mushy peas, some chicken, and then after that, toasted. Went down for a little hanky wanky with my little laddie baddies at the pubby rubby.
On to the next point.
Just kind of put E on the end of stuff. Thank you very much. You want a drinky poo? Oh, I'll have a drinky poo. Love coffee. It's cute. Okay, we're enjoying ourselves over here. It doesn't affect you very much. I mean, if you want to talk about how Americans say things, why do you call football when you don't hit it, when it doesn't touch your footballs in the tyre? You do every so often. With our football, we actually kick it the entire time. You use your hand. How is it football? Awful.
Thoughts on England? So I've been to England twice before, but I've never left Warsaw, so I never got to experience anything other than Warsaw. First off, the old drive over there. The roads are tiny as everybody's parked all up and down both sides. What I consider a one-way street here is actually pretty better. It explains why the driver's license in England's damn bad. Second one's the betting offices. They're everywhere. You can bet on everything everywhere. William Hill, Ladbrokes, everywhere. And there's a Greg's on every corner.
This guy's so frustrated with everything in the UK. He's losing his mind. He does have a couple of points though. Things to stimulate people in the UK. Unfortunately, people go down these dark paths, and the UK is kind of set up for people to fall into these paths. I remember my mate in college, like when he was 16, we would be sitting having like a sausage sandwich in a car, and he would be betting on like under 18s netball on a team he doesn't even know. I'll be like, why are you doing? At like 9 AM, I'll be like, brother, what are you doing? Put the phone down. People get hooked over here. It's like a serious issue. To be fair, I've never heard of people our age like actually going into a betting shop. I feel like they just do it on their phones now. Do people actually still go into betting shops? That's mad. This one was actually posted in my subreddit r/CamKirk, baby. They're saying that they have no idea what this means. And I just that there's a site called Bellend. I don't know if this is meant to signify a dead end. I don't really know how to explain this one to you. I don't really know why they've called it a bell end. Basically, a bell end is meant to be, it can be a couple of things actually. It can be the end of a penis, or it can be just somebody that, you know, gets on your wick a little bit, gets on your nerves. I don't know why it has a double meaning, but this must be so hard for people like learning English for the first time, and then they get told slat. Like things have like double meanings that have no correlation to each other. It must be insanely difficult. I used to think French was hard because there was male and female kind of. Now, English is so much harder. When you travelled all the way to Europe for pizza and they don't have ranch and you have to cut it yourself. Oh, stupid Europe, cutting the pizza for us. I don't know if it's a shock to people, but my girlfriend puts pizza with scissors, and honestly the first time that I did pizza for that, I genuinely told her I was like, why scissors? And that was the first time I did it. A lot of people do that. Is it bad that I like a lot of people just kind of put in slices and eat it? Like I like to do the night before I got pulled off. I think it's just good manners, guys, honestly. It was somebody that was working at the restaurant that said this to me, and I was ever since then after a week. Let me know if you're in a restaurant and you want to get the night before, but you just cut it into slices and then just shove it all in. You still don't know which is the best way to eat it, but nobody cooks it for you here. Like, are you a child? Just do this yourself. Good job to pick your face from this, because I would be hurling abuse at you.
Thank you.
And it ends up really
I'm actually more confused. What's an Adidas suit? Well, that man's getting the going to like a gym for a wedding. Like 3 stripes on his blazer and his trousers. That is from what? Who is this man and where did he get that from? I need to get an Adidas suit.
Up next, darn. I always thought darn it was something that like my mom or like somebody's mom or somewhere in the past told us to do. My parents don't know what they say. Like,
see, darn it in like the real world. The only person I've ever heard say darn it is Bart Simpson. What British person?
I see you.
What British person is going around like doing and something annoys them and they go, oh,
Targeting God.
darn it. Nobody says that. This guy is not British. Lying to your lot. Kind of person that's trying to get you personal information. You know, I don't think that you're actually talking to a real account here. Nobody speaks like this over here. And if they do, somebody check the hard drive, because I'm not, you know, I think the jury's still out on that person.
I wasn't even gonna make a video, but I'm about to make a video about here, right now. Just follow me, listen. Okay. So, we'll talk to you, okay? That's the Warbook. My partner. And I don't, this bread is so good. So good. I literally just like I just put butter on it.
Missa och Demir. Nano boost is ready to deploy.
This has to be the best tasting bread ever. That's
Come in.
How bad does American food have to be where this man simply discovers that you can put butter on bread and it's like the greatest invention ever? I love how shocked he's like, this is the greatest tasting thing ever. Like, why does America not have this? You need to bring this over. You're gonna be like Christopher Columbus.
I see you.
What about the teeth really good job?
They're there. They're big.
Are there any British people you like?
Yeah. I don't have one off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is one. Like, I know there is. I just don't know their names right now.
Absolute twat, doesn't know what he's talking about. Absolute bellend. Right, that sign was made for him. Right, we've got perfectly good teeth over here. Thank you very much. I don't need to prove it. Just trust me words. Thank you very much. Most of us definitely don't take a shit like the turkey and get it all sorted. Definitely not. Americans do have that. What about that we have like, why is our super great? Where's have a retainer in for a year later, and then they still just go back to what they were like before. Like, why is this a thing?
One wrong turn in the UK, in a city, you're gonna have a different accent, different tone, and a lot of times I have no idea what the hell they're saying. Scouts, for example, they add in a bunch of extra vowels to a lot of stuff, and they do this weird pitch thing where they go up and down, and sometimes I don't know what they're saying. And then if you travel to Manchester, which isn't that far up the road, they say love with me. They all sound like they're talking to you really sarcastic. Then you go to
The enemy is catching up.
Yeah, we talk so differently. Like Liverpool and Manchester, realistically, are far apart, yet they sound so different. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, how did people develop these accents? Like, why do I talk like this, but you will talk like something completely different? Or if I go literally like 15 minutes in the car to like a posher place in Newcastle, they'll not sound like me, they'll sound like they're educated. It is kind of wild. I don't understand how within such a short area, things can be so different. Like, every time I have to go to Sunderland, honestly, like, I feel like being sick.
Get in there.
Yeah, that's only like cultural differences I've noticed.
Excavation initiation!
They're moving their barricades! This was a huge shock for me at the casual use of and for a weekend out, I hadn't ever been exposed to people doing these on a casual night. Like a pub, out like I have here. Yeah, that is, you know, unfortunate. Again, I don't know why. I think it's just maybe people just trying to take their mind off things and just fall into a dark path and they rely on these things to have a good time. It is very normalised here, of course, children, it does ruin people's lives. I've been fortunate enough where I've never, like, got hooked to things, but I know people that in every single night you go out and get a bar and you're like, what? I thought we were just going for it. Some people are just honest from it here. Marriage, there's definitely more difference between the Midwest of the US and the UK as a whole. People here tend to get married later. I know loads of people back home married and start kids. I'm 24 and my boyfriend doesn't have children, but engaged yet. That is interesting. I don't know why that is. I don't know if like the UK just has commitment issues. Let's try and fix that problem. Oh, we're on it. Oh, I don't know if it's because like people have less here. You know, weddings are sort of expensive. I know in America, like people get married. I don't know. Yeah, have commitment. Children.
Time for the reckoning.
Yeah, like my childhood was in pubs. Like that's just a normal thing over here. It's not even like a bad thing. It's kind of good that you're out with your parents and like you get to spend time with them. And a lot of pubs do have like areas and are like kid friendly. Like what some of my fondest memories as a kid is getting a J to go and then getting like a packet of crisps and like opening it fully up and just having them on the table. Like moments like that are like really special. And I know that sounds so boring, but I like that about the UK. Anyway, that is the end of this video, Donuts. If you want me to make this series, let us know because there's so many videos of Americans taking like how the UK is not understanding it. So 4,000 likes on this video, I'll get another one recorded for you. And if you want to watch another video from me, go on, go on a binge watch, enjoy yourself, man. Go on. See that one? It's alright. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty decent. If I do say so myself. I am a little bit biased, but I would go and watch it. Right, try it. What's the worst that happens? Exactly. Go on, you've convinced yourself. Bye-bye.
Either Coke or some type of soda or pop. Like, is it... I've never seen any kids or anybody walking around with like just a 2-liter drink. Are they going to share it amongst themselves?
Why do I feel like she's like past a group of young people with like a 2-liter bottle of Frosty Jacks and she's just really confused by it? Yeah, that kind of happens over here. I've said this before, but people in the UK kind of retire from drinking when they're like 21 because they've been on it their entire childhood. Especially with Frosty Jacks. Like Frosty Jacks really will, you know, make a man and woman out of you. That is some different stuff. Sitting in a freezing cold park, the tracksuit on, the girls have got a coat on with like a fairy hood. Everyone's just, you know, sharing the same bottle. You've got a couple of years until your GCSEs. You don't need to worry about anything.
Surprised she didn't take my head off last time I
absolutely.
stopped by.
I remember the first time somebody gave me a drink of Frosty Jacks when I was in school, and I remember vomiting straight away after just drinking one thing and feeling really embarrassed because everyone was looking at us as if I was a freak. Whereas in reality, I was like 13. Like, should I really be able to handle alcohol at that age? Why did I feel like a freak? Why did I feel like the odd one out here? Some of the people that like unlock the levels quite early then move on to like apple sours as well, love. So you might see that kicking about as well. I still drink that a day. Peach snaps. Oh, why am I thinking of all the teenage I've got another one. Did anyone drink Oh my god. Honestly, if you drank this would come out black. Genuinely, one of the worst things. That changed. It was for people that don't know me, can't remember it. Oh my lord, that don't buy that shit. Don't buy
Are they taking it home? I think I want more. You know, is it one I'm just so worried about being bringing
you know, Frosty Jacks a lot. Most of them aren't even in the fridge. Like in shops, they're just kept on the cupboard bed. Especially when you've drank it and like the air gets out of it, and then you can like squid. Oh yeah, that makes it. Just the thought of it. Touch my lips ever again. It's amazing how Americans don't do that. Do Americans don't like go out and drink Frosty Jacks? Got no culture over them.
I find it really hard to be intimidated by the UK accent. Oh yeah, I was watching that show, Top Boy. Mad Top Boy. Yeah, it's really good. I'm sorry, it's wrong. And I'm just like, these dudes like roll up on people. Like, it's also until you get stabbed. Oh yeah, you know, you get stabbed, but also I'd be like, They're doing their thing. That's real. I feel like it would be even funnier if that like if you don't make the sense. Get in there, Bob.
It is quite funny because I feel like UK people but like I don't feel like I could be intimidated by an American because you just sound like you're out of the loop. That also got my both ways.
Yeah, and I'd be like, this is funny, and then I'm dead. I'd be like, dude, Liverpool or something? I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Those soccer hooligans think Yeah, they don't
out of my way.
play games. The players play the game, but they don't play a game about the game. They don't play games about the game.
The only like UK accent that I actually do find a little bit intimidating is like is like rural Yorkshire. You go to tip cup. Like I know it sounds fun, but I do find it intimidating because I'm like, like Yorkshire is like as hard as hell. They're just really hard. Like whenever I'm like you don't go to the gym.
You're powered up. Get in there.
There's like a bunch of men versus a gorilla. Like this, I just don't get it. I've met loads of but when you meet a rural Yorkshire, is that what you're saying? Fair men, don't want to mess with them. I remember when I used to play for the Couches, football, we used to pick somebody up from like South Yorkshire and North Yorkshire, and some of the places is like you've got 6 of them out. Like, what's that? You go, very scary.
Number one, I have not yet figured out an effective way to wash my face. And if you have, please let me know in the comments. Because my options are scalding hot or freezing cold.
Love, honestly, I feel your pain. Like, I feel like this is a good thing to not understand about the UK. I have this in my downstairs toilet. It's so confusing. What I normally do is I'm going to reenact it for you. Hot on, cold on. You've got to give the hot like a minute just to like get to hotness, and then you're like, okay. And then you sort of take a little bit. Just makes it the overall experience kind of fun. Like playing Temple Run. Left, right, just kind of feel like a little game, and it makes the whole experience a little bit fun. I don't understand why
So right now I just kind of
I still have some fight to do.
Like, you know, trying not to burn this.
Another thing that I really don't understand about the UK, and I don't know if it's just my home, but my shower is like battery power. So my shower doesn't work if the batteries run out in it. Don't ask us, I don't actually know, but every like 3 weeks I've got to replace the batteries, and there's no like more feeling that in the morning when I'm tired, I turn the shower on and it doesn't turn on.
I've seen a lot of this on my For You page, I'm going to chime in about how depressing British culture is, because I went to live in London for 6
One of these days I'll end up
and
in
I
Fiji.
experienced a bit of British culture. And I'm American, so I compare it to American culture. And it is really a very depressed, miserable place. And I thought to myself, I would never live here.
Enemy in sight.
Because of that. That's the truth.
It is a little bit definitely like glass half full. Definitely in the UK people are half glass empty, and that's just because of the stuff we have to go through over here. Like it makes you miserable, a lot of the things you have to deal with. However, I also don't feel like London is a representation of the UK. Like obviously London can be great, it can be not so great. As an American, if you really want to like take in some really cool parts of the UK, you have to come more north, like the countryside and stuff like that. But the beach, just stuff that is kind of just so big, compact, and it's just like so like overstimulated. There's like so many lovely places in the UK that don't get to be seen as much.
It's just that the people there don't seem like they're having fun. They seem like they're constantly trying to escape misery. They seem like their work is just so depressing, and that the joke is that everything is depressing and bad. And like, that's the entire sentence.
Justice! What did I teach you about safe barrage?
Get in there, Bob! Like, you know, so many people, that's why British people are so funny, because it makes us funny as people now.
The class system is so obvious and weird. Like, they're just upper class people, lower class people, and you're just born into it. It's all based on class, and that's weird. In America, it's pretty much like you have to give it to us, or to America, that you just earn your way. And I know there's lots of,
Ultimate is
you know,
charging.
but if you get move up in the class,
Duplication initiated.
in England it's like, you're never gonna really use the class. You'll always know because it's about culture. It's not just about money, it's about like,
You're powered up. Get in there.
the way I act, but I definitely think that is kind of true. Like I never ever think I'm gonna be upper class. Like that's just like now I'm like deep in it. I'm like shit. I'm never gonna have grounds. I'm never gonna have a butler. I mean, I don't know. I'm happy just going to the park. Get some frosty jack.
Yep.
Oh, we've got another drink.
Do something.
That right there might be the best sausage roll that Greg's has ever made. Just look at the gradient of the colours. It's not my fault. Don't shoot the messenger. I can't imagine what it's like to work at a restaurant where you know the food is terrible and you know that when you take this food out to somebody, they're going to hate it.
Nobody can say anything about the menu because it's her menu. She takes the curse.
These are the right decisions, but they're my decisions.
Can you imagine trying to pull that in your reverse card out too far? I keep you up. It might be the wrong decision, but it was my decision. Don't worry, I'll do that myself.
Move on.
I see it.
Sorry, what? Is Rico being blackmailed for
Enemy inside.
my friend?
If something happened here where I had to declare things, it could very strongly affect my
Which is very odd because his financial position is to invest in this restaurant, which is going to make it bankrupt. Like, why would you want this guy's money? Like, if the restaurant fails, surely then you can't give him financial advisory. That's like me being a full-time nail tech advisor through the day, whilst my own fingernails, which I'm not going to show you, look like microchones. They genuinely look like I've been in the bath for about 4 years. They look like little prunes. The show then cuts to the next morning where Gordon meets Abby for the first time.
Огонь по готовности.
Having you see, and on a scale of 1 to 10, after what would you say, where are we?
Is it possibly love? I saw how that chicken was cooked. It was still bloody bukkake and not bukkake. That's a completely different thing. Well, maybe they do. We don't know what chickens are into. And the rest of their encounter is even more awkward.
I'm starving because the room service next door was shocking.
What do you mean it was shocking?
There's a little hotel next door, a little boutique hotel.
Do the room service for that hotel. What was the problem?
That's not a great start, is it? If I was Gordon, I would just leave now.
Honestly?
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Why? What did you have?
Cupcakes that were stone cold in the centre. It was just like this ball of mush. Disgusting.
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 Whoa. You can tell the waiter has been waiting his entire life to say this, but he can't because he knows he'll get sacked. But what's even better is somebody else is saying it, and he's got a front row ticket. Oh, I bet that must feel so nice inside for him.
That's impossible. That's impossible if a crab meat is stone cold.
You're telling me I'm exaggerating?
I think you're one of those customers that I would fire immediately. Yeah.
You fire customers?
I have.
How do you fire a customer? Hey, I don't like you. You're fired. I literally, I don't work here. I don't care. Pack your stuff and don't come back in the morning. All right? All right.
Can I suggest something?
I don't want you to suggest anything, because if you're
Okay.
now telling me that that room service was you at your best, I'm shitting myself before I start eating.
Judging by the food that we've saw, Gordon, you will be shitting yourself after you've eaten as well. I can't wait to see you try this food. So as you can probably see from this initial altercation between Abby and Gordon, Abby is going to make this one hell of an episode. But I never understand the owners on these shows, because like, why would you invite Gordon to come to your restaurant to help save it, and then when he comes and starts like speaking facts, you start like telling him he's full of shit? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. You wanted him to come and roast it. He hasn't just opened the door. By the way, you looks like piss. Be It's not important to order food that he wants to try. Honestly, I am worried for him and for his followers.
Strike through for me. Pumpkin food, middle of the road.
Middle of the road?
When was the last time somebody sent through bad? Today? Oh, you did? Oh. Get the cutter!
I want to ready to my heart would drop. You only I know you are. It's knowing that whatever is rolling around here is not going to look pretty when it comes out the other end. Like, look at this guy in the back. He knows today was a day full of bad conditions. He's like, fuck. He knows that he's going to have to ring up work in about 30 minutes telling them today is a day off because his stomach's in bits.
Did I suggest something or no? You don't want to make suggestions?
If you're going to talk to me honestly, fine. If you're going to start, going defensive.
I'm not going to get defensive. I'm just defending what we do here.
I'm here. Defensive to me. Gordon and Abby then have a row and Abby calls in again. I keep trying to think so much shit and Gordon fight it all. So I guess we can call the service impeccable so far. It's funny because this episode is so different to other ones because usually the owners just try and be as nice as possible to him for like he eats, just to kind of soften the blow when he actually tears the food apart. But not Abby, and I kind of respect that for it. She's just putting the walls up, the turrets out straight away. She's just trying to throw as many bullets at the people who try.
If you want to sit there and start bullshitting,
I'm not sitting upstairs.
I'll go for your balls. Big time.
I don't know where you're coming from. I really don't know where you're coming from. I just want to think you're fucking full of shit.
Wow, what a welcoming. Didn't know they did female cage fighters.
So guy coming from Gordon there. That's the fight I want to see on this.
I'll keep you up.
Gordon then is one of the waiters called
You're powered up. Get in there.
He's always so kind to the servants there, and I love that. As long as they're like respectful of him. I know this is such like a basic human trait that you should have, but so many people don't have it, and it's just nice that someone like this high up in the restaurant industry still treats waiting staff with respect, because he knows that they're just here to help. Like, they have no impact on how good the food is. They're literally just trying to make a living.
Calamari, crispy rings with hot sweet pepper sauce. Yeah, I'll go for some of that. Okay. You don't spell peppers like that either.
No, I guess you don't.
Like, is this how you spell peppers in America? 3 P, because it's B-E-P-P?
Yeah.
There's 3 P's in there.
There it is.
Wait, Abby actually thinks that's how you spell peppers. Remind me to never play Scrabble at her house. She would be bloody useless at countdown. I'll have a consonant Carol, and a consonant, and another consonant, and a consonant Carol, and another consonant. Gordon then meets the head waiter and tries the food. This segment is just hilarious.
Well, this is the crispy calamari, and why is it looking so wet?
Sauce it in, toss it in.
All the crispy crackers just coming off.
You know, it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not mine.
Certainly not mine either.
Terrible when the waiter's literally just pissing himself, which is hilarious. And as usual with these episodes, Gordon takes everything that we serve.
Coffee, chili, it wasn't in my mouth. It was like a funeral in my mouth.
Abby then gets really stressed and tells the team to serve Gordon their award-winning meatloaf, just to try and salvage the positivity in this situation.
And this is the award-winning.
Award-winning meatloaf.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's disgusting. Sort of lukewarm, solidified chunks of crap.
Throughout this episode, I've checked. It's
I slept the target.
revealed that you gave this the award-winning title. I think it's just self-claimed. I wonder if it's like a contest discussed the meal to give that award. It isn't really a competition. It's the only one competition. Gordon then calls for a team meeting.
The food was shocking.
Who is there, Chester? There's more. I don't care.
You're powered up. Get in there.
And it's meant to be this guy, Jimmy, but he actually give him the title of head chef yet because he hasn't proved himself to be a head chef. But just by here, how he's capable of being a head chef without acting like a head chef. That just doesn't make any sense. And Gordon takes this news especially well.
Abby, what you're employing is a ship with no captain at the helm and the team desperate for guidance. No guidance is no standards.
And then Abby reveals that the entire menu is by herself, even though she has no cooking experience and knows nothing about preparing meals. In turn, Gordon sees this go back and forth in an argument because she still believes the food is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no cooking background. How do you put the menu together?
I don't know what to say. Fix it.
Wake up and this is shit!
What do I do? Get out of the restaurant business? Then obviously my first few years I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
At this point, I think it's like really easy to call like Abby like, you know, a nightmare and awful, but kind of from her point of view, like she just said, she's worked in this industry for like 33 years, and imagine you've worked at something really hard, and then someone one day just comes in and tells you that you know nothing about your job. Like that's gotta hurt, right? That's gotta, you know, that's gonna make you feel a certain way. So I do actually sympathize with that, and I do think that she has a right to be angry, but that's the way that she always gets really defensive rather than like learning from her mistakes. Well, I know this and you just see the owner having a crisis like this at the front desk. This is the appetizer I want. She needs a therapy. She doesn't need help. She needs better help.
I think I'm gonna open up that hot dog stand down the beach. Want some tea or something? No.
I love that her response to dealing with a failing restaurant is to open another one, because that's the only option here. What person in their right mind is going to watch this show and go, I need to check out her hot dog stand? And during this shit like slapping going up, she also says that North isn't that gorgeous, and this is where I think for the first time ever one of the waiting staff stands up to her.
Catch you later.
I don't like the meatloaf.
You really don't?
No power down. Get in there.
Seriously, you're telling me now you don't like me?
Get out! I love how they're like moving in packs. Like one person says something and they're all like,
Fuck off, fuck you. You don't know anything.
No. Abby, how is everybody full of shit? You're in all of your stories. Maybe you're the one with poop in your mouth, love. You're the only constant variable in this experiment. Just quickly, I want to stop this video to say that 76.1% of people are not subscribed to the channel. We're trying to create everyone to subscribe to we hit 100%. And let's get back to the video. It's now time that Gordon will oversee. And the first thing on the agenda is
chicken carcasses. Oh my god.
Why are they keeping that in a fucking Asda carrier bag, man? He then calls Abby and Rico down and confronts them about it.
Have you any idea what's in what box, what goes where? What, you lost the words? The place is a filthy mess.
Abby and Gordon then have their biggest bust up yet after he confronted her about the food storage.
You're being a fucking asshole. This wasn't like this.
Hold on a minute.
Like this.
You're calling me a fucking arsehole?
I am.
You stuck-up precious little bitch. Hey, go walk out again. That's your attitude and that's your partner.
I love that Rico's like,
not behind.
pull up opposite.
Want to see me throw Bob like a
Not like
basketball?
that before you got here.
In denial.
What do you think Gordon's just went in and made it like that? It's like some sort of prank. Guys, bring the camera in here. I'm gonna put the cooked pork next to the raw chicken. Move over, Barney and the ninjas. There's a new prank patrol itself. That would be the worst prank ever.
Fuck out of my restaurant.
Want me to go?
I would love you to go.
You are so in denial. You need therapy.
You're a disgrace to this industry.
What do you mean you're a disgrace to the industry? This man is literally the industry. She literally admitted to Gordon at the start of the episode that she can't cook anything herself. Surely that would make you a disgrace to the industry. All he wants to do is try and help save your restaurant. You're making this impossible for him. This is like one of the first times that I ever see like Gordon just evacuate the building before he does something that he regrets.
Are you still here?
Not now, guys.
Again, I think it is important to kind of like consider both sides of like mental health here. Like this must be so tough for Abby because like keeping you turn upside down now. She's went from never getting anyone saying any opinions back to her to now every single negative thing is directed towards her. Like this must be mental torture for her, and I think that's why she's just being so defensive and emotional. Gordon was going like therapy and everything. Like he was going personal. You can tell that he's really gotten down to it. And that's why I think it's one of the best episodes ever. And it's like completely just off script. And honestly, I don't know if one can be turned around. But yeah, Gordon takes some time outside the restaurant to just think, and then Rico goes outside. And this actually shows the difference between Rico and Abby, because Rico's a lot more like logical with it, and he goes outside and says, look, Gordon, I'm gonna back you. Whatever you want to try, I'm with you. Let's go in and just speak to Abby. And I imagine Gordon like proper appreciated that, because he was probably at his wit end with this restaurant. Like I always thought that was like too much that they just stopped filming and then they just never end the episode. Because I feel like this would have happened to this moment where Rico goes outside.
You want me to leave? I'm out of here. Absolutely not. Okay. I need your help.
But then Gordon returns inside and they both have a meeting with Abby. And Abby actually responds surprisingly really well.
Okay, let's agree on something. Today's been a shit day. I'm not here to have your face in it. But Abby, I've had failure in my life.
Don't worry, Gordon. We know. We've watched Hotel Hell. Not the greatest.
For one thing, I'm not interested. I admit it. I can't rebuild BS.
I think Abby really appreciates this because I just don't think she responds well to like someone's shouting at her. Gordon's like went, look, I'll build as well. Like she's kind of relating to her on that note, and I think she really gets on board with that. She sees Gordon as a person now rather than this evil spawn of Satan. The staff then open up to Abby and tell her how much they love her and they just want to make it work. This episode is where there is everyone's now on board. Before everyone hates each other, and now they're all kind of pushing in the right direction. Whether that's going to work or not, we'll have to wait and see.
Since I bought this restaurant, I became defensive bitch.
We want to see you succeed, and the answer I've gotten from you in the past is, fuck you, that's not true.
You just gotta talk more instead of yelling and screaming. It can't just be my show. It's not the Abby show. It's the Down City show.
Gordon then gets rid of the original big menu and makes a small menu with new recipes for the chefs to cook, to which the chefs seem much happier about. Out on time, the food's great. However, towards the middle part, everything starts to fall apart again as Jimmy gets really overwhelmed with how many orders come in.
Cover the grill, cover the salmon, cover the chicken. He's trying to run the kitchen at the same time. It's got nothing behind it.
And just watching this,
I never had this yet.
watching this, I have so much respect for you. Like, how do you deal with that much stress? No wonder you all smoke. No wonder Gordon Ramsay's got like 10 tram lines on his forehead.
Jimmy doesn't have any excuses anymore. We give him a small and they still can't turn it out.
No shortage of work to do.
On the line.
You're powered up. Get in there. There's no stopping you. Incoming.
The service then ends and Jimmy gets taken out the back of the restaurant and gets shot. He gets taken down by both Rico and Abby, and then Gordon decides that he needs help in the kitchen, so he brings one of his own chefs from one of his other restaurants, Chef James, to the restaurant. The show then goes straight to the next day, and there's a brand new menu prepared by this new Chef James. And in their way to try and get the real winner is here. The staff foul movement, they're rejoicing right now. These people are going to go home and have their first solid food for years, I tell you. But yeah, this is nice to see. So I'm actually genuinely happy in this episode. But it's now time for the most important night, Down City. And I have to tell you what is about the best part of this episode. It's so wild. Gordon finds a food blogger to come to the restaurant to try the food.
Stacy Place ripped apart her last minute restaurant.
The food in my restaurant before ripped it apart. I am getting my own back. No matter what you order, when I'm spitting in it, I'm just a little bit, might not be able to see it, I'm spitting it. Is that a challenge I go here? That people is abused. I eat food, I curate food, why can't I be that? To be fair, I guess that's just what I do with TV shows. Am I a TV show blogger? Is that why I'm gonna have to tell my mum and dad now? I'm gonna have to put that on a mortgage slip one day. Yeah, I actually am a TV show blogger. So I'll have the biggest loan possible. If you could please comment down below, Pam is my favorite TV show blogger. That would actually really make my day.
Chef Ramsay convinced her to give it another shot.
10,000 followers. She rocks mine with 10,000 single customers back up.
I don't know what it is, by the way, about the word blog, but it really pisses out. Because, like, like that. Oh, Mom, are you still doing yes, I am still doing my blog. I'm still blogging myself away on
You're powered up. Get in there.
The job, now, and the kitchen again start really strong with Chef James. It makes a clear impact, like all the food is going out of time, smashing it. However, again, it kind of goes to shit when Abby and Jimmy have a mishap in communication, and the blogger's table, of course, the blogger's table gets messed up, and they don't know whether they started the order or not.
Uh-oh, here we go again. A repeat of last game. We're fucked. This is golden ticket contract.
Also, while honestly, guys, I'm thinking this should be put at the start of the game. Inconsiderate arseholes.
Look at me. We're falling behind. Come on, guys. There's nothing coming out.
Me, when I go to a party where everyone's gay but no one admits it.
60 seconds.
We got rocking action. What's she doing? She's vlogging live on the table.
Come over here. Live from the table, goddammit, that is horrendous.
I need some of the slide right now. Come on, guys, need some food on the slide. Need to see some food up on the slide.
She just take a photo recorded without his consent there. Hashtag cancelled. Not listening to him. You abuse the little twat. Not like this blogger strictly asks for consent when taking photos. Over here. Influential food blogger, Phil. See, for appetizers. Wait, I'm getting hungry. Wait, what you tweet?
Close your eyes.
Sent out some bread. We are hungry. This is like AI is wrote this. Like who commentate on their restaurant experience, especially live from the table. I'm telling you, the best way to do this is not hurrying up with their food. Just turn off the free Wi-Fi. If I know a food blogger from 2011's Kryptonite, no free Wi-Fi. Disregard everything else in the restaurant. Like nobody else matters. It's just this woman, the white KSI, who's blogging live from the table. The blogger